Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes to the field for the Recurve Men's gold medal match.
Bayanlar, baylar, klasik ve erkekler şampiyonluk maçında yarışacak sporcuları sahaya davet ediyoruz.
On target number 1, the defending champion and number 3 in the world, representing the Republic of Korea.
Bir numaralı hedef 2017 final şampiyonu Kore'den
Kim Woojin. On target number 2, his opponent, the number 2 in the world, representing the Republic of Korea.
Rakibi 2 numaralı hedef dünya sıralamasında 2. durumda olan Kore'den
Lee Woo Seok.
Okay, Lee, you will shoot first. Kim, you will shoot second. Judgment, are you both ready? Are you ready? Head. Target 2 is shooting first. The range is clear. Begin the match.
Well, here we go. It's Lee Woo Seok on target 2 from Korea up against his teammate Kim Woojin. On target 1, Lee Woo Seok is shooting first. I fancy this to be a quick gold medal match, and we start with a 10 from Lee.
And this is a repeat of the final of the World Cup in Antalya, where they also squared off against each other in the gold medal match of the World Cup.
Yep, and that day it was Lee Woo Seok who made it through to the gold medal at the top of the podium. Well, close grouping for those 2 arrows from Lee, but that one just dropped into the 9.
This is probably going to be a very high-level match with these two world-class archers. It was a long shot, but he gets it pretty much dead center.
Well, 2 10s to start things off for the defending champion.
That's just out as well, but he knew that. He shook his head after the shot.
Well, an 8 will share the points, anything more, and Kim will get off to a good start. He gets a 9. He didn't look happy with that. Did you see that face there?
Yeah, no.
He didn't look happy with that at all. Look, you've just scored the first 2 set points straight away. What, in about 75 seconds, I reckon, something like that?
Yeah, but I think at his level of archery, you know everything that might go wrong, and you feel everything that goes wrong. And, yeah, that's going to be difficult to cope with sometimes.
Yeah, well, we see the arrows there, the first 2 going bang into the 10. And then look, this isn't that bad, it's not that far away, but he's not happy with it.
Yeah, he knew that it was going to go to the right because he corrected it, but yeah, you can see this, the face says a lot.
It does indeed, but and for once from these Koreans we're seeing a bit of reaction on the finals range, and a little wry smile, you have to say, from Kim in the end. Defending champion is 2 set points up. This could be over very quickly if it carries on this way, but like you say, expecting some high quality archery from both of these athletes.
He is the defending champion, but last year Lee Woo Seok didn't compete. This is different.
What did you refer to that as earlier on? A whoops.
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid we've seen it happen before at this level. A little hiccup like that usually means it's curtains, certainly for the set.
Especially against previous world champion and World Cup champion. there's only 1 point between them. So if Lee Woo Seok shoots 10 here, he still gets a shot at least getting a point.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to win this set, especially not with a 9. I don't reckon Kim Woojin is going to shoot an 8.
Well, an 8 would tie things up. Anything better will get Kim Woojin another 2 set points.
Takes a bit long, but
well, it's a 9. 28 is enough. And he's, again, sort of a nervy smile from him, and goes settle straight back down as he talks to his coach.
apparently he's
the
been,
arrow.
Apparently he's been saying to people on the practice field that he's not in top shape. But if he's not in top shape, what are the others? The other archers at this event?
Yeah, well, not being in top shape must be really annoying for everybody else, because he's looking very good here. Here's a comparison of the arrows so far.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, but yeah, that 1-8 really stands out from Lee Woo Seok. But the rest looks decent. I wouldn't say good, because I know they can do a lot better.
Yeah, well, 4-0 to Kim, but as we know, these things can turn around very quickly.
Okay, the range is clear.
Lee Woo
Target 2
Seok
is
needs to
shooting
maintain his
first.
composure.
Shoot.
And because he's trailing, he shoots first, and if he can land these into the 10s, he puts the pressure on Kim Woojin.
He has shot 30s before this tournament, so he might well do that now.
Process of the draw exactly the same as always. Sneaking into the 9.
A little bit of a head shake there.
Solid stuff from Kim. And a good reaction from Lee Woo Seok. Puts his second arrow into the center of the target.
Ooh, yeah. There was a bit of a hiccup there. I don't know, like I was too zoomed out to exactly see what was going on, but you could see that there was a bit of a stumble there in the shot.
A wobble. Door opens. 9 from Lee. Now a 10 is what's required from Kim to draw level on points. It means he can't win the match here, but he could share the points, but he needs a 10 now for that to happen. Oh, now will that go to a measure? It's been marked as a 10 at the moment. Just wait for double confirmation on that, because I think they are going to go down and have a look at this one.
10,
Go.
9, 9, 28, 28, 5-1, okay.
So the judge says 5-1, so I suppose that's unofficial confirmation.
Well, the score never changed, did it? It did remain as a 10,
Yeah,
but I
there
think
you go.
it was challenged by Lee. And
Lee, you have 1 point, so you're
here
shooting
is
first. Kim,
the
you have
8
5, so you're shooting second.
from Kim
Are you
Woojin.
both
Very
ready?
uncharacteristic. We saw one from Lee earlier, but the recovery just as
Target 2,
impressive as
shooting
Lee's.
first.
Just brushing
Range
the
is clear.
9, according
Shoot.
to the target judge. So Lee Woo Seok gets off the mark with a single set point. Kim, with that 10, was able to share the points with him. We go into the 4th set. No margin for error now for Lee.
That's a 10. Kim Woojin won the World Championships in 2015 against Rick van der Ven in the final, and Rick was behind and had to shoot first. He shot a 30, and Kim matched it with a 30 to get the last point he needed to win the World Cup for the World Championship. So even a 30 doesn't always put you safe against Kim Woojin, but it does now. So
It's a good recovery from Lee Woo Seok here in the 4th set. 2 10s in a row.
So he needs a 10 here.
10 will do it. He'll get 2 set points. And it is a 10. Great stuff from Lee Woo Seok. He must have been feeling the pressure here, especially against his teammate. Kim Woojin can only get 29, and that's if he scores a 10, which of course he does because they're both brilliant archers. But Lee Woo Seok gets his first 2 set points by winning the first set for him anyway to close the gap to 5-3. He's got to do the same again in the next set. Let's see just how he did it. When all the pressure is on, this young Korean at 21 years old was able to pull a perfect 30 out of the bag. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Oh, look, a smile on his face.
Cheeky little smile.
3 points,
You
you've got to
don't
shoot first.
often see that from either of the Koreans, and both of them have
ready?
smiled in this gold medal match.
I suppose it's different for them
Target
now,
2, shooting
since they're shooting
first.
against
Range
each other
is
as well. Might
Shoot.
feel more like a national competition now.
They've just come to Turkey for it. Well, still behind, Lee Woo Seok will shoot first. Can he repeat what he did in set 4?
Wind picks up a little. Doesn't matter.
Another 10.
Arrow speed doesn't differ too much, 215 kilometers an hour, so still pretty similar to what we've seen before.
Well, another 10 from Kim Woojin. And a 214. So just 1 kilometer an hour.
Yeah.
Like
So
you
Mauro
said.
Nespoli is pretty much the only one who is higher than that in this competition.
Yep. Going up into the 240s, but there a 9 from Lee. Well, can Kim capitalise and get a 10 here? He does.
Can.
Another 10 from Kim Woojin.
So he must be thinking, if my next arrow is a 9 at most, I'm gonna get another World Cup final.
Well, let's see what Lee shoots first. He wants it to be a 10, it's a 9. An 8 is enough for Kim Woojin to defend the title he won last year in Rome. Can he do it again in Samsun?
Yes.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant stuff. The winner of last year's title, Kim Woojin. Well, he shot so brilliantly there. He wins the gold medal again in Samsun, and a big hug from his teammate Lee Woo Seok. He shot exceptionally well, throwing in a perfect 30, but there's the man of the hour, Kim Woojin, champion in Samsun.